So I had a lot of interest in showing you how to do my box sessions the way I did them. So I'm just going to try to take you through how I did it. Excuse me if it's choppy or whatnot. I'm not a teacher. I'm just trying to show you what I did. So first of all, this is my pullback. This is my box. There's a bunny in it right now. I cull everything that I do in what's it called? Adobe Bridge. Thank you. So I'm just going to open that up. I'm going to crop it to just the box itself. So get that as close as I can. Turn it a little bit if I need to. That looks good enough to me. I always have this area over here that's a little bit too wide. I'm not sure why, but anyway, that's what happens. So then I have this preset that I do just to bump up the luminance, whatnot. So I open that, and then I have all of my other ones already opened up here. Don't worry about how dark they're looking right now. Those will be fixed up later. I don't edit anything until I put it all together. So anyway, what we're going to do now is create a new one. So we're going to do new. And we want something that is square. So I've already built a custom one. It's 12 by 12, 300 ppi. So I'm just going to open that, and it comes up just a black box. So in order to get everything centered and looking right, what I do is I take my, whatever you call this thing, this little line thing, and I bring it down to 4. And then I do it again. I bring it down to 8. Or close enough to it. And then I do the same thing from the sides. I bring these to the 4 and all the way over to the 8. So now I have a template that I can work with. So now what I'm going to do is go in, grab my bunny picture. This one's going to be right in the middle. I will select all, copy, and then go back to this, and I will paste it. Boom, there it is. All right, so then what I'm going to do is, how come my brain doesn't work when I'm trying to tell people things? Okay, so free transform, click down on the shift key, and so you don't lose, yeah, I can't even talk. So you don't lose the dimensions, because like if you don't do the shift key, it can go all wonky and stuff, and we don't want to do that. So we're just going to keep it right there, and we will get it as close as we can. That looks good. And then so there's a little bit, if you can see, shoot. Anyway, there's a little bit on the sides that's kind of hanging over, so I'm just going to take the select tool and do that. Just kind of select that part that's hanging over and then hit delete, and that goes away. So I'm going to do the same thing over here, just get rid of the overhang. So there's that. And then I'm going to take another image. First of all, I'm just going to close them off as I go because they get in my way. So get another one. Okay, here she is. Select all and copy, and then go back to this one and paste. And there we are again. So free transform. Make sure you hit your shift key. We're going to put her right up here. And that looks pretty good. Enter. And like I said, with the overhang, we'll get rid of the overhang and hit delete. Whoops, what did I do? What did I do? I don't know what I did. I hit delete. Oh, there we go. All right, so now that's deleted. And what I'm going to do now, you guys, is just put all my other ones in and put it into a different recording. Maybe I can put it together, and I'll have my kids show me how to put this all together. Anyway, I'll be back in a bit. everything back. Everything is all put together, all my boxes are put in. And now I'm going to show you how I make the outlines, or whatever they're called. I don't even know what they're called. And guys, it's a public speaking thing. I've always been terrified of public speaking, so that is why I'm so choppy with my vocals. Alright, so what I'm doing now is I'm just grabbing a lighter part of the screen for my borders. So I've got that, and what I'm going to do is create a new layer. And then I'm going to take my select tool, and I'm just going to, I don't like that one, I'm just going to eyeball where I want it. Bring that up about there, looks good to me. And what I'm going to do is go to Edit, Fill, make sure it's on color. Oops. And yes, I already want that color, and say OK. And then that brings it right there. So then I'll deselect that. And what I'm going to do is Command J 3 times, and that's just going to copy those. I don't know what it is on a PC. I use a Mac. So Command J will copy those. Maybe it's Control J on yours, or Shift. I have no idea. Anyway, I'm going to grab one of those and just bring it down. Whoops, bring it down here. Make sure, whoops, I don't know what that was. Make sure that you try to get it as even to the edges as you can. And then we'll grab another one. Maybe, yep, grab another one and bring it down here to this. Boom. And then we'll grab another one. Oops, I don't want to do that. So I'm just going to do undo move, and let's see. This is why I'm not a teacher. Okay, here we go. And we're going to bring that. Just going to cut off her feet a little bit, but oh well, so sorry. There we go. Put that right there. So then we are going to do another new layer. I'm going to do the same thing, only we're going to do it vertically instead of horizontally. And we're just going to hold on one moment. What, honey? I'm recording.
Can you run the radio in the car without having it run?
I'm recording right now, dear. I can't stop it. So I'll get back to you. Sorry, guys. So anyway, that's same thing that we just did. And we go to Fill. And it's on color. Just say OK. There it is. Deselect. And then Command J, Command J, Command J. Gets it 3 times. And we take the Move tool and we move that there. Just try to, center it up. And, oops, I didn't mean to do that. And then we click on this one. We'll move this one over here. Right there. Oops, right there. And then we'll take this one and move it over here. So, and that is pretty much what I do. So, what I'm going to do now is just flatten the image. You still have, you can still see the guidelines on it, these blue ones, but once you save it and bring it, once you save it, it'll be fine. This is when I actually start editing my stuff. And yeah, I love Meg and I love all of her stuff that she does, but I do have actions for these because sometimes it's just easier to click on a button than it is to go to curves and whatnot. So I'm going to brighten these guys up because they were way too dark back there. And just kind of brighten her up a little bit. Anyway, you get the idea. I'm going to do a little bit more editing to this before I show it to Mom. Like, I'm going to get rid of these corners up here because I think they look ridiculous. But, when you build your own box, stuff like that happens. So anyway, I hope that this helped you out, and I'd love to see what you do with it. I did make the box myself. It's a 3-foot by 3-foot box. I went to Home Depot and said, can you cut me some 3-foot by 3-foot squares of plywood? It was actually cabinet grade plywood because it's a little bit more, it's smoother. It's not as it won't catch clothing and stuff as quite as much. It does still catch a little bit, but not bad. And I painted it with a glossy finish. I painted it all before I put it together. It was much easier that way, and I absolutely recommend a screw gun over nails. I tried nails and a hammer, and that was dreadfully painful, especially when you put one in wrong and you need to take it back out. It's much easier to put a nail in than it is to take one out, especially when it's driven all the way down to the wood. So anyway, enjoy. Hope this helps, and let me know what you think. Bye!